G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video I will be going over how I went in the opening round of the AFL, and then I'll be giving you my round one tips. Sounds bloody strange saying it like that, the opening round. I hate this concept and I really hope they don't bring it back next year. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Drop it down below in the comments. Let me know. But yeah, let's jump in and see how I went. So the first game was Sydney Swans against the Demons. I did have the Swans winning this one. I backed them by 15. They won this one by 22. So not a bad tip there. I'm pretty happy with it. Next up, I backed the Lions to beat Carlton, and they looked like they were absolutely going to run away with this game. But to the Blues' credit, man, they were resilient. They got the job done, and all the power to them. Great stuff for Carlton. All right, next up, we've got the Suns against the Tigers. I backed the Suns to win this one. I thought they'd get the job done, and it was like 60-odd points to 16 or something at one point. Like, it was insane. It was crazy. To the Tigers' credit, they did come back a little bit, but wow. All right, next up, we've got the Giants against the Magpies. Good win for the Giants, and I backed them too. I backed the Giants to get the job done. I actually backed every team 1 to 39. Unfortunately, this one didn't pay off for me. I had a nice little multi going, and I was thinking, you know what? It looks like a shoo-in, and the Lions bloody choked it on me. And yeah, it was very disappointing. But hey, look, it is what it is. You got to gamble responsibly, and unfortunately, yeah, it didn't pay off for me. But let's talk round one tips. Very excited for this one. All right, so the first game at the MCG, we've got the Carlton Blues against the Richmond Tigers. This one, I think, will be a pretty comfortable win here. I actually think it's going to be over 39 points. So I'm backing Carlton by 45 in this one. Obviously, the form guide's not really going to show too much this season anyway. But like the last five, Richmond won one of their last five, whereas Carlton have won four of their last five, including a good win against the Lions. Yeah, I think Carlton win this and win it quite well, to be honest. Right, next up, we've got the Collingwood Magpies against the Sydney Swans. Again, another game that should be very entertaining. I can't wait for this one. I think it'll be one of the games of the round. Collingwood were disappointing last week against GWS, and they come up against a red-hot Swans team who were pretty good against the Demons, to be honest. So this one will be very interesting. Swans winning 4 of their last 5. Collingwood winning 2 of their last 5 there. Yeah, look, I think this one will be a very entertaining game. I can't believe 81% of people are tipping the Pies. Look, I am going to tip Collingwood. It's the safe bet here, to be honest. At the MCG, Collingwood should realistically get the job done. I'm going to back them 1 to 39. I think it'll be a relatively close game in this one. I can't see Collingwood losing their first 2 games. So I think Collingwood at the G win that one. All right, next up, the first of the Saturday games, we've got the Essendon Bombers against the Hawthorn Hawks. Both teams that were both pretty disappointing last season. Hawthorn, I think, are going to have a huge year this year. I think they're going to be massively improved, but I just can't see them starting off the season with a win. I am going to back Essendon. I think it'll be a pretty close game though, so 1 to 39. I can't see Hawthorn beating Essendon in the first game of the season. Completely honest with you, yeah, it's a possibility, but I just can't see it happening. All right, next up, we've got GWS against North Melbourne. GWS won their last 3 games. North Melbourne have won 1 of their last 5 games there. This one, it should be pretty straightforward here. I do think GWS win this, and I think we will see the difference in these 2 teams, with GWS being the second team I've got winning 39 plus. They should get a good win there over North Melbourne. Right, next up, we've got the Cats against St Kilda. Saints winning 3 of their last 5. The Cats winning 1 of their last 5. I think it's crazy that 85% of people are tipping the Cats here. I don't know what the odds are, but I am backing in St Kilda. I really am. I think the Saints will have a field day in this one. I don't think it'll be an absolute thrashing, but I do think on the higher end of a 1 to 39, I think somewhere like 24 to 38 points there. I really think St Kilda are a good team this year. I think they can improve this in round 1 with a good win over the Cats. Next up, we've got the Suns against the Crows, another game that could go down as the game of the round. Two teams that missed finals last year, but definitely were in contention at some point last season. I think the Suns get the job done here by 20 points, so 1 to 39. The Suns are coming off a win last week. Prior to that, they lost their last 4 games. The Crows had won 3 of their last 5. So, look, realistically, a lot of things are pointing in the favour of the Crows, but a good win last week for the Suns. I think they'll continue that form into a good win over the Crows this week. All right, next up, we've got the Demons against the Bulldogs. Yeah, look, I do agree with the tipsters. I think the D's win this one. They've won 3 of their last 5, Bulldogs 2 of their last 5. But I think the D's will be too strong there at the G. I think the Bulldogs will give them a good bit of a run here, but I'm going to go D's by 3 goals in that one. Right, next up, we've got the first game at Adelaide Oval here of the season. We've got the Port Adelaide Power against my West Coast Eagles. Pretty sure, I don't know about that. They've won 2 of their last 5, the Eagles. Oh, that might be true, actually, to be fair. The Power have won 3 of their last 5. Look, I'd love to tip the Eagles in this one, but I think Port Adelaide win this and win it by 50 plus. And they put an absolute cricket score on us. I do think the Eagles will improve a bit this year, but it's going to take a little bit of chemistry before we start actually getting some wins. And I don't think we'll win too many outside of Optus, to be fair. So, yeah, Port Adelaide in a big win over West Coast. All right, the last game of the round sees the Fremantle Dockers take on the Brisbane Lions. This game is at Optus Stadium. Now, I do think the Lions win, so I am going to back the Lions in here. Lions have won 4 of their last 5. Freo have won 3 of their last 5. So, yeah, look, I do think it'll be a closer matchup than what a lot of people are expecting. I'm backing the Lions to win this one by 8. I think it'll be a very, very close game. But, yeah, let's go through my tips once more before we close out here, guys. Carlton 1 to 39. Carlton 39 plus over the Tigers. Collingwood 1 to 39 over the Swans. Essendon 1 to 39 over Hawthorn. GWS 39 plus over the Kangaroos. Saints 1 to 39 over the Cats. Suns 1 to 39 over the Crows. Melbourne 1 to 39 over the Bulldogs. Port Adelaide 39 plus over the Eagles, and the Lions 1 to 39 over the Dockers. Let me know your tips down below, and as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.